So, let's move on to our last meetings between both sides. Of course, Hull City did come out the favours of the meeting in December of this season at the MKM Stadium, picking up a shocking home win against Swansea City, a 2-1 win at that. Of course, we haven't had too much look at winning at Swansea Stadium. I believe the last time we won at Swansea Stadium was all the way back in August of 2016, back when we was in the Premier League. And fun fact, I was at that game as well, front row of the away end. But I mean, we're rolling back the years there, nearly 9 years ago. So might be time to get a win at Swansea Stadium. Of course, last season when we did play there was a 2-2 draw. So, form-wise, well, Swansea City are playing quite all right at the moment, all things considering. Yeah, they've not had the most difficult of games in some of their wins there, but some difficult games overall. A 2-0 loss against Burnley, of course you expect that, but picking up a 2-2 draw against Leeds, a 1-0 win away at Sunderland. That's quite a big result. And of course, as I said, the 1-0 win at home to Derby and 3-0 win at home to Plymouth. Whereas Hull City, well, it's looking a little bit like a Jenga tower or a sandwich there. Draws at either side of 2 1-0 losses and then a 1-0 win sandwich there in the middle. Of course, that being our last away win and our last win in the last 5. But a point is key. 3 would be lovely, as I've been saying for these past few games. So table-wise, well, as I said, Swansea City currently sitting 12th, a whole 9 points ahead of us. They're pretty much safe from relegation. I believe they are mathematically safe from relegation. It would take a massive feat, I think, for them to lose all of their remaining games and then everyone down beneath them to win the remaining games, which I don't think can happen because obviously we're playing Preston and stuff, so teams are playing each other. So I believe Swansea City are safe, and as I said, it is mathematically possible, but theoretically impossible for them to make it to the playoff places. Whereas Hull City, I say, we're fighting for our lives. So, we will meet a former Tiger. Cyrus Christie, of course, didn't have his contract renewed at the end of last season. Well, he's gone back to Swansea City on a free transfer. He joined them fairly recently. I think he's only played about 10 games or so. Not provided anything in goals or assists-wise, I believe. Certainly in the league he hasn't. But it will be nice to see a friendly face down there in Swansea. So, player to watch out for. Well, Liam Cullen has been having quite a nice season for Swansea City. 10 goals and 2 assists so far in the Championship over 38 appearances. So, certainly a player to watch out for through the attacking midfield and can also play up top and some. Well, hello there. Hello all and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today we have got our live watch along for Hull City versus Swansea City at the Swansea.com Stadium, I believe it's called, down in South Wales. So crunch time really now for Hull City in the Championship if they are to stay on in for next season. Well, the time is now. So to speak. Well, not so to speak, but in truth and reality. 4 games remain. Today is one of them against Swansea City, who are going to finish mid-table when all is said and done at the end of the season. Once these 4 games have finished, they will finish mid-table. They are in the swing zone of about 4 or 5 teams where they can't go up, they can't go down, so they're just going to play out the remainder games, looking to better their position. To maybe look like a more attractive club to some recruits, and obviously the higher you finish, the more money you get. Whereas Hull City, it's not a case of how high we can finish for next season. It's more a case of can we be in the Championship for next season. It's crunch time really, as I've said. 4 games remain. Of course, we do have Preston at home on Monday, Easter Monday, but today being Good Friday, really need to pick up the points here, or at least a point, if not 3, down in Swansea. So let's quickly run through our Hull City and Swansea lineup. So we'll start off with the Swansea lineup. I hope we're all having a good day out there. So Swansea starting off with, I apologise, I'm probably going to butcher half these names. Vigorooks in goal. Key, Cabango, Darling and Timon make up the back four. Head of them, it's Franco and Allen in a sort of a defensive two in the midfield. A midfield trio of Ronald, O'Brien and Eom. And then leaving up top, it's Vipondnik, I presume. Liam Cullen is on the bench, player that I said to watch out for yesterday. Probably a rotation thing, if nothing else, just because obviously Swansea will obviously play on Easter Monday as well. They'll be up against QPR on Easter Monday, which on paper seems like a bit of a tougher game, considering they're only 4 points behind Swansea at the moment as we are coming into this game. And obviously Hull City sitting a firm 9 points behind them. Derby Luton has finished with a 1-0 win for Luton. So that does mean that the gap on the playoff on the relegation places closes in on Hull City, where there being two teams between one team between us and the drop, 2 spots, and a 2-point place between ourselves and the relegation zone. So certainly something to watch out for there. Luton trying to make a last-minute dash to get out of the relegation fight. And Derby obviously not helping themselves, losing to a relegation rival in the early kickoff on this Good Friday. Well, hopefully the Good Friday is good, as Hull City can pull out something miraculous here down in South Wales. We'll quickly run through the Hull City lineup just before the players head out onto the field, ready for kickoff. We're about 3-4 minutes away from kickoff. I hope everyone's having a good day. So, Panda in net, the man who's pretty much made Hull City season, who's saved Hull City. Obviously, we're not 100% safe at the moment, but the crunch is on. A back four, as we've seen, I believe there's only one change from the lineup that started against Coventry City. So that means the back four is Sean McLaughlin, Charlie Hughes, John Egan and Louis Coyle. Of course, Egan and Coyle both getting substituted off in the Coventry game in the second half due to respective injury concerns. Both of them completely fine. And as I said in the prediction preview video yesterday, both are fit, ready to go. And obviously, they're good enough to start in this game. So ahead of them, it is Gustavo Puerta and Regan Slater. So Puerta is starting this game as the players do walk out onto the field to my on my screen there. So Gustavo Puerta does start this game. A very nice choice there. Of course, a little bit of concern regarding Gustavo Puerta's contract. Of course, with the loan deal and then obligation to buy for play so many minutes and all that sort of goodness. But he is in this one. I think it's more of a case of now get the man in because he does know how to play. Alongside Regan Slater. Head of that, it's Lincoln out on the left, Joe Gilda out on the right, Casey Palmer sitting behind João Pedro as the striker. I'll quickly run through the Hull City bench. Alfie Jones, Stephen Alzate, Cody Drammer, Matt Crooks, Kyle Joseph, Lota Tala, Norden Amrabat, Abu Kamara and Mason Burstow. We need a big result. Yes, we do, Glimpse. We certainly do need well, not a big result, but a result nonetheless. 1 point would still put us 3 points clear of the relegation zone. As things stand, of course, teams will be playing and I'll be constantly keeping you checking on what is happening in the relegation fight in this game, but also within the remaining 4 that is to be played. So stay tuned on the channel. The managers just greet each other on the touchline as prior to kickoff festivities are just winding down with the big seagull exiting the pitch, Panda doing his catching routine, and the matchday sponsors, I believe, getting a photo in the centre circle. So, all good to go. Pardon me. Fixtures that we need to watch out for today. Well, obviously, we've got Cardiff beneath us, and I believe, who are Cardiff playing? Cardiff are playing this evening away at Sheffield United, so hopefully all is good there. Our goal difference is basically an extra point. Yes, it is. Our goal difference is possibly going to be the saving grace this season. We're currently at a -9, and that is the best around us up until we go up to Preston, who are in 16th, and they're on a -8. Everyone around us is in the double figures of the negatives, which that is really a saving grace, although it's not coming into effect at the moment, because obviously we are a couple of points ahead of people not on the same points. But who knows what the tale could be at the end of today. It seems that there's going to be a moment of silence prior to the kickoff here. I'm not 100% sure on what this is for. If someone's passed away or what has happened. But both teams are joining the centre circle, standing by for a minute's silence. And everyone on the touchline is. The announcer's saying something, and the sign language lady is signing something, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, it's a moment of clapping. It's a clap to one. See who it is. Former Swansea City player has passed away. Tony Screen. There we go. I'll come back if we score or at half time. Well, thank you very much, Glimpse. Hope you're having a lovely day, my friend. Come on, you all. Come on, you all. So yeah, we'll keep up to date on everything that's going on in the Championship, especially round in that relegation fight, of course. Portsmouth and Stoke not that far ahead of us. And Portsmouth have just kicked underway away at Norwich. And Stoke will be kicking underway at the home ground against Sheffield Wednesday in a very, very short while. I mean, seconds. So just wait for the moment's applause to end at the Swansea.com stadium, and we will be kicking underway. Ready for what could be a pivotal game in the season of Hull City. 3 points is a dream. 1 point is a must. And, well, we'll not even mention the other option that could be happening today at the Swansea.com stadium. Just move my mic a little bit so it's not behind me. That might be worthwhile, mightn't it? So, players are stripped. Well, not fully stripped, but they've taken their jackets off. Are already few last-minute words of encouragement from each other. And I believe it will be Swansea to kick us underway in this first half, as they are just taking their final few moments of chatting with each other. Ben Toner is the referee, and Swansea do get us underway here. Well, not here, but down in South Wales. Hello, my Bradford City friend. How are we doing, my friend? How are we doing on this Good Friday? And here we go. Everything is underway here at the Swansea.com stadium. As Swansea kick it long from the kick-off. Palmer is chasing it down. He gets it into possession there. Nicely done by Palmer. He's blocked by his chances to play out wide to Geldhart. Geldhart's just taken down off screen there. Not sure what happened. Referee didn't see anything wrong with it. And so it'll be left down to John Egan to boot the ball off the Swansea City player out for a throw-in, which Louis Coyle will come down to this near-hand side and happily take. Not the most packed stadium in the world, this one today. Presumably because Swansea are playing what it could be meaningless games for themselves. Whereas it's not too bad of a turnout for Hull City, of course. A 3 o'clock kickoff all the way down to South Wales. And the ball just gone out for a Swansea throw in there. A little bit of a who's your father. But Swansea do get rewarded with the throw in. And so it'll be Timon to get the ball back in play. Just looking at his options. Then plays it down the line. Where Eon is just looking to flick it over Coyle. City do well to get the possession back. The long ball by John Egan to try and get it to Pedro is over Pedro's head. And so the midfield will try and chase it down. Looking for a bit more of a bounce back from the midfield today. Of course, midfield was one of the worrying points from the Coventry City game, where they were able to just cut through our midfield at will. Hopefully, that doesn't happen in this game. Long ball kicked by the Swansea City keeper. I won't try and pronounce his name again because I'm doing an awful job at that. And it's a bit of a back and forth of long balls there for the past few seconds between City's defence and Swansea City's defence. And it will not stop there as the through ball from the Swansea defence tries and looks for the man running out on the right, Ronald. But that is gone far beyond him and will go out for a goal kick, which Ivo Panda will happily take, as Hull City would just like to reshape things. Only 2 minutes in here, but look to reshape things. Got a soft spot for you lot, but I'm Jack till I die. I'm good, you. I am good, my friend. Hull! I think 2-0 Hull. 1-2 better. Bradford fans here, no one fear. We're not in fear anymore, my friend. I'm still sticking with my 2-1 predicted win for the Tigers. Although, as I say, I mean, as McLaughlin just takes down Ronald there on the left-hand side and will give them a free kick. And it's going to be an early booking here for Sean McLaughlin. Not even 3 minutes in and a yellow card is distributed his way by just taking down Ronald. Yeah, still sticking with my 2-1 win, although a point is a must. Just takes down Ronald there. I don't know if it's fully worth the yellow card, but something to watch out for, that McLaughlin is already on a yellow in what is going to be a tough fixture. Of course, we do have... no, we don't. I was going to say we have Matty Jacob on the bench, but no, we don't. So I don't know who would fill... It would probably be Cody Drammer would come on at left back if something happened to McLaughlin, if McLaughlin was sent off. Or, I mean, Kyle could go over and play a job there. As the ball swung in from the free kick, and Panda rises above the ground and grabs it, pardon me. Bradford drew with Notts County. Who's Bradford fan? Bradford fan is the one talking about Bradford. Thean, or BC AFC Thean 07. That is our Bradford fan friend. So hope that Bradford are doing well. I'm not actually checked on what Bradford are doing like in the league, but I hope that you are doing well. I saw that you've had some really good attendances recently. So wishing you all the best. But just coming up to 5 minutes here at the Swansea.com Stadium, as John Egan looks to try and say Sheffield one down the line. Shepherd one down the line, looking for a Geldhart. Cole playing quite high down the right-hand line, so it looks like sometimes Egan is playing as a right-back, being the lone player out on this right-hand side. But, of course, when the City are back out of possession, Carl is happy to come back and fill out his defensive duties, as City just win themselves a throw-in right down on the opposite touch line, pretty much on top of the corner flag. I hope Hull get relegated if Bradford get promoted so we can play each other in League One. We're second. Oh, we might get promoted then. But I hope that we don't get relegated. I'd much rather see you get a few back-to-back promotions in the Championship rather than Hull City back down in the dogfight that is League One, because, I mean, we're the lowest pointed winners of League One in the history. Watford currently leading 1-0 against Burnley. Interesting, that one. See some other scores. Coventry City 1-0 against West Brom. And that is all scores around the Championship. As Eon had a chance to try and make it 1-0 there early for the Swansea. As I think it may have took a deflection off Egan. No, Egan just booted it out. So Egan against Eon. Egan was there first to the ball and just booted it out. So it will be a... I think you might have been offside, actually, Eon. Because there's no corner being taken. I was too busy looking at the scores. Talking about scores, we've got a red card. Bristol City, Sunderland. Sunderland have been given a red card. As the ball's all the way back with the Swansea keeper. As they'll just rotate it through their back line with Cabango back to their keeper. And he'll play it across. Who nuzzles it into the path of Casey Palmer. A few handball shouts from the Watford play from the Swansea players, and naming every other team in the Championship apart from the team we're playing here. As Pedro's just taken to the floor there, referee not giving it once again. But he'll give it that time when Casey Palmer just leaves his leg dangling in. A little bit two-sided there. Should have got the foul early on for City if that was a foul there for the referee. But que sera, sera. Hull will not get relegated. If Hull relegates, Hull will come back owning League One title. Yeah, I feel that if we do get relegated, our owner will do what Birmingham City have done this season and make sure that we have the strongest squad in the league. I like Hull because they're a Yorkshire team. Yorkshire. What's your favourite football teams? Hull City, and Hull City. I'm at City till I die, and that being Hull City, not Swansea City, not even Bristol City, but Hull City. As Hull City just caught offside there, so coming into the 8th minute, and it will be Darling to send it back towards the keeper with the free kick. Once again, long ball from the Swansea City keeper. Finds the head of John Egan, who finds the head again of Casey Palmer. Palmer does well to dive through onto this one, so it finds into the feet of Joe Geldart. Joe Geldart racing down this right-hand side. Franco was there right with him and wasn't letting up on it and managed to win the ball back for Swansea there. So nicely done there by Franco of Swansea. As O'Brien has the ball now, playing across to Cabango. Cabango up to Key. Key on this right-hand side. Shapes it back towards Darling. Darling looking for a forward pass. Got to watch it though. Swansea City have been showing a lot of long ball action as Cabango races forward. Sends a half-long one down the right-hand line. But that will not trouble anyone in the City defence, as it goes all the way back to the feet of Ivor Pando. Plays it across to John Egan. Egan, of course, making a second start at the MKM Stadium on Monday night. As ball's out wide to Casey Palmer here. Palmer in space on his right-hand side. Shaped one into the area. It's not the most fantastic of balls as it meets the first man of Swansea City. City do well to regain the ball with Joe Geldhart to Casey Palmer. Palmer just knocked to the deck. And that time, it will be a free kick for Hull City. Bradford would be second. Mine Hull City, QPR and Salford. Bradford City into Miami only because of Messi and Liverpool. Some interesting different teams. Hull City, QPR and Salford. That's quite a mix. From what I presume is a Swansea City fan, or a Hull City fan. Yeah, very interesting. But anyway, Gustavo Puerta here for the free kick. Well, Lincoln's also over it. Puerta put his hand up. He does so again. Lincoln does the dummy. Puerta swinging in right to the back post to try and find him. Oh! Egan went pounding in at the back post, nearly went in. I believe it took a deflection off a Swansea City player, and it will be a corner kick for Hull City. First corner of the game goes City's way through some fantastic play at the back post by John Egan, who nearly nestles that one into the back of the net to produce what I believe would be his first goal for Hull City. I'll rank them in favour at Man City, Hull City, QPR, Salford, Wycombe Wanderers. Wow, the list grows. Glad Hull City at least on there. Ahead of the likes of QPR, Salford, Wycombe. Just behind Man City. I won't dismay that, of course, Man City. Very, very good team. Yes. Still 0-0 here at the Swansea Stadium. Middlesbrough 1. Plymouth 0. That's quite good for us. Of course, Plymouth down in the relegation fight with us. Just check what that does to table. I mean, Plymouth is still rock bottom. And I mean, they ain't got any more games left to get themselves out of the relegation zone, because they're currently, as things stand, 3 points down. So it's a full win that they need to get. and then still get more points to get themselves away from the relegation fight. So Plymouth look to be one of the nailed on teams, headed by Swansea, headed away by Hughes. Hughes was really nicely there to deny Swansea's O'Brien from taking the lead with a header just outside of the 6-yard box. Shaped back to him. He's the free man. You maybe be looking at Regan Slater to keep a mark on him, but nicely done from Hughes to thwart the efforts of O'Brien. And once again, Swansea City have the ball in their half, pretty much uncontested. City really letting them play this ball that they want to play. Keep it along the back and then play the long ball. I mean, if it's going to happen like this, City will easily pick up the possession through their defence. As once again, long ball by their keeper, right at Charlie Hughes. Hughes though looks for the long ball, try and find Casey Palmer. It's overhit and finds Kabanga for Swansea. Eom now going forwards, and I mean that is absolutely awful from Eom. It's a yellow card for Joe Geldhart, and Eom goes down because Geldhart was running behind him, and Eom's foot seemed to flick up, catch the shin of Geldhart, and then he goes down on the weakest contact. I think a feather would have done more contact than that. It seemed to Geldhart barely even touched him, and Eom went down. Yellow card awarded to Geldhart. So 2 yellow cards in not even the first 15 for City, and 0 for Swansea City. It might be the tale of the afternoon here, where a lot of cards distributed certainly to Hull City, but hopefully equally respected to both teams, as we don't want to see a referee being one-sided, because it'd be the first time I've ever seen it in the Championship, an absolutely horrid referee, but I rest my case. Casey Palmer just taken down there, nicely done. He gives the free kick there for Casey Palmer getting taken down. Geldhart plays it to Regan Slater. Slater charging forwards. Looks for a crafty ball towards Gustavo Puerta. He lets it run onto Lincoln. And unfortunately, it'll be back with Key for Swansea, who plays it back towards the keeper as Lincoln and Pedro are chasing him down. Swansea may be looking to build a play through their midfield for this one, as it ball's shaped in towards O'Brien in the centre circle. O'Brien out wide on the right-hand side to Ronald. Ronald to Key. Key back to Ronald. Ronald back to O'Brien. O'Brien with a little flick off Pedro. Goes back towards Kabanga and then on to Darling. City looking to chase the ball down a bit better here. This is a bit of what we like to see. A bit more aggression off the ball. As Palmer chases down Darling, who plays it all the way back to their keeper. Who plays it then back towards Darling. Geldhart coming in to assist the pressure. And they play it long. It'll sail over McLaughlin's head and out of play for a City throw in. Hey, I'm a French supporter of the Hull City match. How do you watch this match? I believe on Tigers Plus you can buy a stream pass for international viewing. I believe so. Also, bonjour. That's French for you. I'm sure you knew that. You're French yourself. Plymouth 1, Middlesbrough 1. Plymouth have just scored. That could be an interesting tale for this relegation fight as Plymouth pick themselves up a point at the moment. Of course, still early goings on in this game and also in Plymouth's. But currently drawing 1-1 away at Middlesbrough. It's not a easy feat. As ball shaped into the box, headed tapped away pretty much by Egan of City. Pedro chasing on the loose ball. It'll end up with Darling though, who plays it across to Kabanga. And a little bit of a dicey play there for City, but it's okay because Lincoln will come up with the ball and play it to Gustavo Puerta. Puerta just shepherding his men off. Back in towards Hughes. Hughes looks for the ball to Geldhart. Geldhart with a man on his back will play it back towards Coyle. Coyle to Palmer. The pass isn't quite accurate to Palmer's feet. And O'Brien will just come through and pick up the ball there for Swansea City as they have the ball in City's final third. Down the right-hand side. Ball's shaped in and it'll just come off the feet of McLaughlin, which will therefore results in a corner for Swansea City on the far hand touchline. And it'll be Swansea City's first corner of the game. Bonjour, bonjour. See, I know my French. Come on, you Swans. Oh, no. Come on, you all. There we are. I'm at work. I can't watch the game, but I'm glad you're doing the live. Let's go all. Let's go all indeed. I'm glad that you are you're here for the little bit, even though you're at work, and hopefully your work sails by on this Good Friday, and City can bring us some joy on a Good Friday. As Eom throws the ball in for Swansea City. They're still in Hull City's final third. Quite a compact defensive action here from City as Palmer just looks to try and ease things out. Doesn't quite happen. And Swansea City still have the ball now with O'Brien. Looking to try and get a ball into the box, maybe Swansea City are. As O'Brien now has the ball, looking back and goes back towards Timon. Timon across to Kabanga. To O'Brien, back to Kabanga. Kabanga in the on the halfway line now, shaping forwards. Looks for ball inwards. It does. It gets to O'Brien. Now it's there with Swansea City as they shape one into the box. Nicely done by Hughes to head it down at the front of the box. And then Lincoln does well to get a touch on the resulting shot off Timon and sends it over for Swansea City's second corner of the game. Swansea? No. Hull. There we are. Right. Well, it will be O'Brien to come over and take this corner for Swansea City on the near hand touchline this time. O'Brien, hand in the air. Shapes it in. Goes back to right deep in the box. Meets the head of McLaughlin. Swansea look for the half volley shot. And again, from Eom just outside of the D. But City pick up the ball through Lincoln. Out now towards McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Panda. Panda over the top. And Pedro is just taken down there. I'm not 100% sure what went on there, in all fairness. It looked like he, Pedro grabbed his eye. I didn't know if he clawed his eye out. But then he was also grabbing his ankle. He's got up. He's walking in a little bit of distress here, Pedro. No card awarded by the referee. Yeah, it just seemed that Allen popped an elbow into the eye of Pedro. Score updates: 1-0 Stoke against Sheffield Wednesday. Oh dear. And 1-1 Norwich Portsmouth. That's a little bit better for our case. A quick check up on the table as we are still down there, but not looking too bad at the moment. Of course, Stoke and Portsmouth having results doesn't bode well for our fight away from the relegation fight, but as long as we can put a little bit of distance between us and the relegation zone. Ooh! Timon shaping what seems to be a quite nice ball in. It just had a little bit too much on and sailed beyond the path of whoever that was charging forwards for Swansea. Yeah. Just beyond him, and it allowed Charlie Hughes to just see it out. And now Hughes will get on with the goal kick for City. Pedro on the loose here. Pedro's on the D. Shoots. It's deflected by Cabango. I keep on saying Kabanga. Oh, that seemed quite nicely done by City. The long ball picks out Pedro, who just charges away with it. But it is blocked by Cabango, and a free kick here for Swansea inside their own half. I believe a foul portrayed by Regan Slater on Ronald. So, maybe the best bit of attacking action that we've seen there. And Ronald just now proclaiming to the... not Ronald, Cabango claiming to the referee that maybe he should have got a yellow card for that. I mean, if you want to give any more yellow cards out to City squad, we might as well just be the... might as well be Norwich City playing the full yellow kits. It's been a bit ridiculous at the current standings that what has been awarded as yellow cards and for Hull City and what hasn't been awarded as yellow cards for Swansea City. But there's me talking with my bias. Come on, Swansea, Swansea, oh Swansea. Come on, the Swans. Oh dear, not Swansea. Ball there by Swansea. And once again, it just reaches out of play. As Panda will start things off. As Ruben Sayers barks his orders with veins bulging out of his head. As Hughes takes the goal kick, plays it to Panda. Panda across to Egan. Egan allowing the Swansea attackers to come in, play. And they'll take it over the top, looking for the head of Palmer. Just misses so. But Puerta tries and comes in for seconds. Swansea get it instead. And Ronald shoots one from about 35 yards out. And that sails high and away. Come on, Swansea. Play proper, not play round. Not sure what that one means, Amelia. But come on, Newell. That was a sailing ball away from Ronald. As City, Panda takes the long goal kick this time rather than the passes between his defensive line. Looks further for Puerta again, doesn't find it as so. But McLaughlin gets away with it, plays it to Lincoln. And there'll be a foul on McLaughlin there, quite nicely done there. So a free kick for City just inside of their own half. As it was just a loose leg there from Allen on McLaughlin. No yellow card, but I mean we have seen 2 yellow cards being given for that already for City's players, but we'll gloss over it. Ball over the top down the line looking for either Palmer or Pedro, doesn't find either. Instead it finds the hands of Swansea's keeper. Ball's out to Cabango. Cabango up the line towards Key. Key with Lincoln ahead of him. Looks to come in field. Instead plays it back out onto the line. Back in field towards the defensive line now for Swansea. Cabango to Allen. Allen up down the line. Finds Hughes. Hughes charging forwards, finds Geldhart. Geldhart to Pedro. Pedro just looking for a bit of a better ball to find the path of Geldhart once again on the break there. And that maybe could have been something there for City. Unfortunately done by Pedro. Eom comes charging in there for Swansea. I mean, he's not taking up any prisoners today, is he? As ball's down the line towards Geldhart. Pedro it finds, actually. Bit of a passing play there from Swansea City as Franco comes away with it in their midfield across towards Key, the right back for Swansea City. Key maybe looking for the ball down the line, instead goes back towards Franco. Franco infield towards Allen. Allen back to Franco. A few 1-2s there for the Swansea City midfield as it's played across to Darling. Darling to Timon. Timon and Eon play themselves a 1-2 and so does him and Franco. Franco coming in field. Just plays it back. Swansea City maybe looking for a bit of an avenue to go forwards. City not really giving it with the constant move of formation that they're producing here. As ball comes through the midfield to Allen. Allen looking forwards. Down to the left-hand side to Timon. Timon, we know he can shape a ball in. He plays a 1-2 there with O'Brien. O'Brien back and free down the left-hand side. Swings one into the area. So the back post finds the head of McLaughlin, who heads it out of play for a Swansea City throw in. And Key will do so. Come on, you all. Come on, you all. Come on, you all. And it will be a free kick there for Swansea City. I'm not even sure what happened there. Get the replay. Throw in happened. Oh, and Lincoln just came through the back of Ronald, I believe. No card awarded there, thankfully. I think the first challenge Hull City have done where they haven't been awarded with a yellow card for doing so. Just waiting for the free kick to happen. Eom and Timon are standing over it. Eom takes, swings in. Oh, just over the hands of Panda, but Carl's luckily at the back post to kick it back out towards O'Brien on the edge of the D. It's Allen. Allen on the edge of the area. Back towards O'Brien. O'Brien to Ronald. Ronald shapes one in towards the back post. Finds Franco. Dicing around in the area. Slater tries and boots it clear towards the path of Pedro. And it's on to Puerta. Puerta just taken down. And that will be the first yellow card of the afternoon towards Swansea City. And it's awarded to Alan, who just took Puerta down. And he's now looking like he's not done anything because he was, in fact, in a children's toy store. Tigers, not the Swans, not the Swans. We're having a battle of the animals here in the chat. The Tigers and the Swans taking it on 1-on-1. Oh, as we just wait for the free kick to happen from Puerta. I think it's going to be John Egan to take it for City. As I mean, expertly done by Kyle to flick the ball away at the back post. On their free kick. And it's out wide with McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Lincoln. To Slater. Back to McLaughlin. Hull City haven't had a lot of possession in this half so far. And they give it away cheaply there through a foul. Some of the Swansea City players quickly rounding the referee as McLaughlin takes down their player. And obviously McLaughlin already being on a yellow card. Wants to watch it himself. Could be a early victim for the double yellow red card. As the referee comes over with his magic spray. Once again, he's loving spraying down the marker for these balls. I mean, that's all the way back at the halfway line. As Cabango just give him a few orders, the referee, saying, "Hey, you should have got a second yellow." I think the referee understood that his first challenge wasn't fully necessarily of a yellow, so gives McLaughlin the benefit of the doubt there. Goal at the moment, Bristol City 1, Bristol City 0, Sunderland 1. So Sunderland coming down to 10 men. Oh, Eon taken down just outside of the area by John Egan. Oh, and that's going to be a really tough one to defend for City. Just outside of the area on the left-hand side, as Eon is just hacked down by John Egan. Egan claiming that he got the ball. Just gives a few words to the referee before walking away into his wall as Swansea City are ready to take this free kick. It will be Eom to most likely take this one. Timon comes and stands over it as well. Or he's going to walk past it, Timon is. Eom seems to be the set piece taker. Swansea 1, Hull City 2. That's what I'm going for, my friend. Jason, that's what I'm going for. So Eom now. Standing over this free kick, just outside of the area. Hoping for not any impact here. Wall stands in front. He is most likely going to go for the shots here. He'll be stupid not to. Eom shoots over the bar. Had not a lot of power on. And was just looping right over the bar. He's trying to loop it over the wall, it seems, and place it into the top left corner where it just got too much lift on and not enough cut. And so it will be Panda to take the goal kick resulting from that. As he can take this chance to get some of the players upfield for City. Half an hour into this game, 0-0. Ball taken long from Panda. Trans finds Pedro. Not being very fortunate on the headers. Puerta comes through with a foot and nearly gets something going on that, but Key was quick to respond. Few people playing header tennis. It's all the way back with Pandu. Half volleys one to try and find Palmer. Goes into the path of Allen. Allen is then dispossessed by Palmer, but only as far as Timon for Swansea, who just keeps it in play. The battle of the animals is still going on in the chat as Cabango has the ball for Swansea, looking upfield. 31 minutes into this game. 0-0 at the Swansea.com stadium. And to be fair, this is good for Hull City. A point is a point. It's what we said coming into it, especially with the two teams below us having already played today, and so a point would benefit us in the long run, knowing that as a certain future. Ball long for City. Once again, doesn't find a City head. It finds a Swansea head. Or I suppose it does find a City head. A Swansea City head. Getting out of here with the Swans. It's a Tigers channel. No worries, Mexico rolls. Hope you have a good time at work, and hopefully you tune back in later on, where hopefully we have a Hull City win to celebrate. If not, I will have my reaction video, obviously, after the game, as the programme resumes here on the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel. Ball out wide for Swansea. Lincoln looking to dispossess, doesn't quite do so, and Swansea get themselves a throw-in. Puerto looking to break away with it. Battling hard at Swansea to keep the ball in their possession. And there's opposite on the break. That was Franco battling hard. I think he battled hard on this near-hand side. So Franco seems to be quite a feisty one to try and get the ball back in possession, especially on the on either flank of the field. This ball's back with Swansea's keeper. Infield towards Allen. Allen towards Darling. Darling out wide towards Timon. Timon with Geltart pressing down on his neck. Just plays it back towards Darling. Darling, not being pressured too much, plays it over towards Allen. Allen looking for the long switch ball out wide towards Ronald. Ronald does get it. It just goes beyond the foot of McLaughlin as it swung in to Key. Key into the area, finds the head of Hughes as it's down with Ronald, who heads it down for a Hull City goal kick. Once again, nicely done by the head of Charlie Hughes. As it will be Hughes to take the goal kick here. Plays it across towards Panda. Panda to Egan. Egan. Coyle. Looking for Pedro. Doesn't quite find it. Maybe a bit of a better read there from Puerto. Would have got the second ball, but it sails beyond him as he's looking for the ball forward from Pedro. And Swansea City have themselves possession once again. Definitely been very heavy Swansea City possession in this game. But I mean, if that's Hull City's game here to come to Swansea Stadium and grab themselves a 0-0 draw, or similar to what they did at Sheffield Wednesday in their last away win, where they grabbed the 1-0 late on. It's breaking away from Joe Geltart. Geltart has got Coyle in support on this right-hand side. Uses Coyle. Coyle looking to get one to Pedro. Pedro just pushed through the back and can't really do anything else other than be dispossessed there in the 35th minute. Swansea, Hull, goal 1-1. Going for a 1-1 draw. I would take a 1-1 draw. I said a point is the must. 3 is the dream. And we won't even say the other option that can happen for Hull City, as we are right down in the relegation fight for this season. As McLaughlin's ball's just sent out of play there, so he'll pick up himself a throw-in on the far-hand touchline. As it seems like there might be an early substitution here for City. Probably for McLaughlin, as it's Cody Drammer, who we've already mentioned can come in and do a job at left-back, as we have seen in some extensive periods this season. But it'll be quite an early substitution. It most likely is because McLaughlin's on the 2 yellows, and he seems to be trying to get quite feisty with it, and lucky maybe not on to get the 2 yellows. That's what I can see, but Drammer is stripped. He's just got his bib on and was getting some orders from the managerial technical staff of City. As we just looked past the ball between the keeper and Egan. Panda now to Hughes. Hughes now looking for the player McLaughlin that we just mentioned. As Hughes just comes to the back of the Swansea player to gain himself a throw-in, which McLaughlin will happily take. Just takes his time a little bit with it. And there we go. There is a change. So Drama coming on. Early substitution for City. He comes on to replace McLaughlin. Of course, because of the yellow card situation for McLaughlin. And it's 2-1 Portsmouth. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's almost certain. It's laying out the slate that Hull City do need to pick up a result here. as McLaughlin substituted off. Not a bad showing from McLaughlin, I've got to say, in these 36 minutes that he's played. Hopefully Drama can provide something good here, as Lincoln takes the throw in now. Of course, we do know Drama can work himself down the line quite nicely. Maybe a bit better than McLaughlin and shape balls in. Drama's first bit of action there on the ball, looking to try and find the path of Geldhart. It's done well by Timon to get the ball back for Swansea. Eam now charging forwards for them. Out wide towards Timon again. Timon in towards O'Brien. O'Brien to Allen. Allen out wide to Timon. Timon swings one in for Swansea to the back post, where it's Ronald who just sends it over the crossbar once again. So it will be another goal kick there for City. So 37.5 minutes in here. Change already happened for City, but I'm not complaining about it. Apparently Drama's been doing quite well in training in the past week or so, according to Ruben Sayers in his media availability earlier on this week. And Swansea have themselves another free kick. As they'll just play it back towards Darling. Darling out wide towards Ronald to Key. Key back towards Cabango. Cabango to Darling. Towards Timon. Timon on this left hand side. Stumbles a little bit. Geldhart comes in, but Timon recovers quickly and plays the quick ball to Darling. Darling looking for the long ball. He does so. Looks for Ronald out on this right hand side for Swansea, who has now got a new defensive player to play opposite in Drama. Timon swings one in, and the number 9 for Swansea, who I can't pronounce his name fully, he goes down, hands in the air, trying to shout for a free kick. No one wants to give him any of it. We'll look on the replay. A little pull of the shirt from Charlie Hughes. Probably not enough to be awarded a penalty. Just a little pull of the shirt. As another nice ball shaped in by Timon. Come on, Swans for life. Oh, we've got a lot of Swans in the chat. Better put my loaf of Hovis away. Pedro on the ball here. Got 3 Swansea players around him. One of them goes down. And so that will be a free kick for Swansea. It'll be Timon that went down. So Darling. Cross towards Cabango. Up the line towards Key. Back towards Cabango. To Key. Key towards Ronald down this right hand side. Meets the head of Drama. To Puerta. Back into the possession of Key. Now towards Franco. Franco to Geldhart. Geldhart to Coyle. So Geldhart can run on down this right hand side for City. Cole Shep has won nicely over the top though for Geldhart. Just had a little bit too much on it for Geldhart to control it until it end up into the path of Darling. Darling shouting at his players saying, "Come on, come on!" As the that could have been very easily, if the ball had a little bit less weight on it, a easy avenue for Geldhart to break through onto goal there for City. With Cabango now towards Key. Key down towards Franco. Franco looking to shape one towards Ronald. Drama has it. Tries and keeps it in play, but does so by costing possession for City. Luckily done there though, wins the possession back. Ball looking for Pedro, instead finds Cabango's head. And Darling will have the ball inside of the Swansea City half, uncontested. 4 minutes left of regular time here to be played. As Blackburn have scored, making it 1-0 against Millwall. Burnley have scored, making it 1-1 against Watford. And I mean, I talk about the Blackburn game, but I mean, Millwall have just scored, so it's 1-1 in the Blackburn-Millwall game. As Puerta breaks away with the ball here towards Lincoln. Lincoln, though, with Cabango breathing down his neck. there's no real room for City players to run with the ball in their defensive line against Swansea. That's that a few times. So Swansea almost forcing City to try and play the overtop ball, try and play Swansea at their own game. Slater to Coyle, Geldhart, Palmer, Coyle just calling Pedro in a bit. Pulled down though, so Pedro has won City yet another free kick just inside of their half. Just holding on to the ankle there. As Cabango comes through the back of him again. And I mean, Cabango's lucky to not be on a yellow card, because there's been a few challenges like that where he's just taken out the ankles of whether it be Pedro or Lincoln or Geldhart. Let's be careful there. Or maybe not careful in City's case. The battle of the Tigers and the Swans still continues in the chat as the ball goes on towards Lincoln. To Drammer, Lincoln. Back towards Drammer. Into City's half. Not controlled the best by Hughes. So Egan comes in and plays it back towards Panda. Ivo Panda to John Egan. Egan just walking forwards with his ball here. Looking for maybe a nice pass to play. He takes on his man a little bit. Looks to try and scoop one into the path of Pedro or Puerta. Palmer seemed to do well to get the ball back in City's possession there. As Allen goes down very easily. And then Franco comes in on him and just goes down to the floor off the lightest touch. Referee giving Palmer a few words. Palmer giving a few words back to the referee that maybe aren't the politest to say here on the YouTube channel. As 1.5 minutes left of regular time in this first half. Can't presume there'll be an awful amount of extra time. Maybe a minute due to the various fouls and obviously the substitution that took place for City. As Panda now shakes one long for City. To try and find Geldhart on the right. Doesn't quite have enough cut to get towards Geldhart, so it will end up back in the possession of Swansea City. Say something City need to look at coming into this second half is to try and keep the possession for longer and do something effectively when they do have the possession. There's been quite a lot of Swansea in this game, especially possession-wise and attacking-wise. As once again, Swansea City have themselves possession once again through the keeper. Long ball coming through for Swansea. Finds the head of the striker. We can't say his name. But back in City's possession. Blackburn 2, Millwall 1. That's turning into a bit of a game there. Over in Lancashire. Swansea just having the possession here. Geldhart does well to just take a little deflection off that, sent out of play. And so it'll be a Swansea throw-in for Timon. Timon looking for his options. The 45 minutes has reached, so 1 minute of additional time to be played at the Swansea.com stadium. What I predicted, 1 minute additional. Ball back towards the Swansea keeper. Coming into half-time 0-0. Second best case scenario. I mean, the best case scenario would be Hull City winning and maybe even winning by a few goals. But we know that's not going to happen, especially with this current iteration of the City squad. Some big things need to happen over the summer. But before that, we need to worry about City's place in the Championship for the next season. Results today, Monday, and then the following two after that will be key players within that. As Lincoln just has the throw-in for City. Just winding the clock down. It'll probably be a case of once he throws the ball, the whistle will be blown. And yes, it is. 0-0 at the moment for City Swansea at the Swansea.com stadium. 0-0. Certainly seems all Swansea. I mean, possession-wise and everything. As we will take this moment of half-time. Go over the stats. It's 3-1 Portsmouth now. Ooh, dear. go over the stats and see what else is happening in the Championship as the players just exit the field. Hughes giving a few words to Slater. Slater doesn't seem like he wants to really have any of it, but hey-ho. So 8 shots for Swansea, only 1 for City. 0 on target for either team. 61% possession for Swansea, only 39 for Hull City. That's what I'm saying. 276 passes for Swansea, only 179 for Hull City. Pass accuracy, 84% for Swansea, 75% for Hull City. Fouls, 6 for Swansea, 10 for Hull City. Yellow cards, 1 for Swansea, 2 for Hull City. Of course, one of them yellow cards has already left the field. 1 offside apiece and 2 corners for Swansea, 1 for Hull City. Table-wise, let's have a look at the table. Hull City currently sitting in 20th place, 3 points off the relegation zone. Of course, I'm going to call it 4 points because of our goal difference being that much better than the teams beneath us and relatively above us. Plymouth currently drawing 1-1 rock bottom of the table. Preston have just gone 1-0 up, so I mean that's going to change the table a little bit from what I'm seeing here. Of course, Portsmouth are winning 3-1 at home, I believe. Yes, I think the 3-1 at home. Or away. Are they away? Are they away to Middlesbrough? Is that the game? No, they're away at Norwich. So they're winning 3-1 against Norwich. Stoke winning 1-0. Preston winning 1-0. So the teams above us are winning. It's the case of what we can do to get away from the teams that are beneath us. First half hasn't been good enough at all. I can see us losing 1-0 like a lot of games. Yeah, I mean, you want to watch it for the early case of what can happen in this second half. We seem to concede a goal in the first minute or two all the time. I am just going to quickly cut to the stats page, as I just need to quickly pop somewhere. I'll be back in a minute. Wrong scene. There we go. I'll be back in a minute, my friends. I am back, everyone. Apologies for that. Right, what are we saying? Still hasn't drawn 0-0 at Hull City ever. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it starting today. Maybe this time they score first in the first minute and as a surprise. Imagine the scenes if we score in the 46th minute. I mean, I would be off the roof. That excited. I know Adrian is dreams managers like Guardiola, but it's not easy to find. Yeah. Certainly seems to find one like Guardiola, but I mean, stick with Sayers. I'm not opposed. I think since Sayers has come in, Hull City in the form table of 6th or something like that, or certainly was a couple of weeks ago. Let's have a quick look and see what people are saying on the old Twitter or X, whatever it's called nowadays. As we're just waiting for the second half to kick underway. So let's see what people are replying to post. We've defended well, but our offense play is absolutely dreadful. Not far off League One with a performance like that. I wouldn't say it's completely horrid. I think defensively we've looked quite sound, but certainly offensively there's nothing to really grasp onto. Yeah. Someone's put Swansea to score straight after half time. First City shot on target, 82nd minute. Oh. I mean, Baz Cooper's even put awful game. City are battling hard, but have had very little in the top third of the pitch. Times this season, watching this side play football has made me look forward to the sweet release of death. I mean, come on, City, you can do it. It's brilliant, that. I will celebrate if we don't concede a goal in the 46th minute. I mean, we all will. If Hull City can make it to the 50th minute and still be 0-0, it'll be quite a feat. This is quite simply disgraceful when you consider what's at stake. We're not fully at stake here. We're not fully at stake. Yeah, because obviously we've got games to come. We've got 3 games to come, and arguably some more important games. Draw would be a good result. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A draw every game from now until the end of the season, and I think we will stay up. I think that's the way that it will go. Because if we look at the table, or if we look at City's remaining matches and the table. So, Hull City are now going to play, once they finish today, 3 relegation candidates. I mean, Preston probably not a full-blown relegation candidate, but we have Preston on Monday at home, Derby on the Saturday following at home, and then Portsmouth away, obviously, on the last game of the season. Go to the table. Derby are 3 points beneath us. Who knows what the situation... I mean, if we draw today, that'll put us 4 points ahead of them. We draw then against Preston on Monday. That'll put us 5 points ahead. Yeah, we'll say that maybe get a draw or a win. That'll put us still a couple of points ahead of them. We play them, draw, still gain that gap. And then final game of the season, draw, and we'll still be fine. So I think that draw every game from now until the end of the season, we're fine. But yeah, I mean, as you said, Glimpse, if we lose a game, you will be getting worried. But draw every game, we're fine. Win 1, and I think we're safe. We're safe. I think if we win 1 and then you're looking at maybe drawing one, and then I think mathematically, of course, it depends on what the other teams do by that time in the season, whenever that happens, whether it's in a couple of games' time or whether it's a final game of the season situation. But a win and a draw, or draw the rest, and I think we will be fine. But obviously, today's probably our toughest game. Against the toughest opponents on paper. I mean, the rest of the games probably are going to be tougher because it's getting down to crunch time against certainly against Derby and Portsmouth, who are teams that are in very good competitions to go down. I mean, Portsmouth winning today probably means that they won't go down. They are currently 6 points clear of the relegation zone. But never say never in the battle of the championship. Going Portsmouth away. Oh, hopefully it's not resting on the final game of the season, but if it is, hopefully it's a good game for you. Hull is a good, but I'm a Jack for life. Certainly. Our toughest game was Coventry in our last 5, and we picked up a point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Coventry was definitely the toughest in the last 5. So, we'll wait and see. Obviously, if Portsmouth do get themselves safety, you're kind of maybe actually hoping that Portsmouth get themselves safe. Because then when we play them on the final game of the season, they will have nothing riding on it. And say if Hull City do have it riding on the final game of the season, say if that does happen, and Portsmouth are already safe, well, they're not going to go full blown out like they're trying to send us down, because I mean it's just not very nice, is it? But you would possibly be expecting them not to chuck out a full strength lineup, and maybe they maybe could put out some players that they don't use too often, and they look to see if they've got anything that they can utilise for next season. Well, the players are coming out back onto the field now. But yeah, very interesting final few games for City. But I mean, we've still got a second half here at Swansea.com Stadium, and it's resting on this game at the moment. Each game's its own test, and this one has its own battle for it. As the players just come out into the field, don't believe there's been any changes so far. I mean, Swansea are the only team out on the field. Hull City haven't been bothered to come out for the second half, so we'll wait and see if they do so. If they don't come out, does that mean that we just get to keep the 0-0 draw? I'm only kidding. There we go. City players are now coming out, doing the little warm-ups down the side. Colin Hughes, first players out, doing the little twinkle steps and all the little bits like that. And once we clear away these cones, we'll be ready to kick underway in the second half. Yeah, no changes at half-time. Of course, Drama, the only change from the lineup that you see on your screen. Drama in for McLaughlin. Those of us who are just joining us. Up Tigers indeed. Come on, City! Come on, City indeed. Mexico rolls. Hope we're doing good, my friend. Hopefully, your shift at work is going by like a breeze. And hopefully, City can produce something here in the second half to better that shift of yours at work on this Good Friday. Managers just exchange a few words once again between Ruben Sayers and the Swansea boss in Sheehan. I think that's how you say it. Sheehan. Alan Sheehan. The Irish manager for Swansea. As it'll be Casey Palmer to get us underway. Opposition has 2 legs, so you will have 2 legs. Just play your own football. Certainly. So, will it be a case of Hull City concede a goal in the opening minutes of the second half, or will for once it not happen? Let's find out. City kick underway. Charlie Hughes playing it long to try and find Lincoln. Lincoln going up for a header. As Swansea scoop it clear. Just don't concede. Don't concede. Charlie Hughes does well to head it out of play. Key looking for the break on there with throw-in. Coventry 2, West Brom 0. Early goal there for Coventry. Hopefully not an early goal here in the second half as Drama picks up the ball for a throw-in. We'll give it to Lincoln. We know about Lincoln's long throws. Currently on loan from Fenerbahce. Throws it down towards Drama. Drama heads it over everyone, including City Swansea players. And back towards their keeper. Long ball once again for the Swansea keeper. Finds the head of John Egan. Egan looking for Geldhart. Finds Slater. Slater over the top towards Geldhart. A little bit more fire coming from City in the second half. Looking for a through ball for Pedro. Pedro goes down and is back in possession with Swansea City. Egan will just let that ball see out of play. And he'll go for himself for the throw-in. But he'll just give it to Coyle rather than getting it underway quickly because Coyle's demanding for the ball. Manager motivation is important. Higher. Alright, come on City. Ball down the line. Still in play. There we go. Just dribbles out of play now. Through the battle from Pedro onto that one. Back with Swansea's keeper now. Out wide towards Key. Lincoln chasing on it for Key. Chasing back into his own half. Palmer on it. Ball up towards the halfway line. Offside by the linesman. Drama takes it quickly to get things underway. A few bits of rubbish have just blown onto the field. As it just goes out of play for another Swansea throw-in. As they're not heavily contested here. Just allowed to march it forwards a little bit. Once they get the ball moving, those City players do get moving. Up wide. Now towards Ronald for Swansea. Ronald against Lincoln and Drama. Back towards Key. Key in towards the D. To O'Brien. O'Brien towards Timon. Timon for Swansea. Shapes one into the box. And it's out by City's players. For a throw-in for them. Just on the far end touchline. Well, it's been a couple of minutes and City haven't conceded. I don't want to jinx things, but it looks like things might have switched around a little bit here for City. Although Swansea do have possession here. O'Brien into the area. Blocked by Puerta. To the chest of Geldhart. Still in Swansea's possession on the edge of the area. Looks to shape point in. Headed away there by Hughes. Lincoln comes stumbling out for it, but doesn't quite get it off the grasp of Franco to Key. Scooped away by Drama. Red card awarded for West Brom, who are currently losing 2-0 at Coventry. Of course, Coventry looking to stamp their place into the top 6 in the playoff places for this championship season. Ball long once again by the Swansea City keeper, only to find Drama. Misses the head once again of Lincoln. Puerta comes chasing onto it. Well, City looks to be a little bit more intense in this game. Oh, certainly in the second half from what we've seen for the first few minutes. O'Brien into the area. Missed the heads of Hughes. Oh! I think that was a handball by John Egan. Yes, it was. The fans celebrate. Egan comes diving across the goal to stop the block from the number 9, the striker from Swansea. And I think that he used his hands, or certainly his arms, to block it. We'll watch the replay, but that's a penalty there for Swansea. Ball in by O'Brien. Misses the head of Hughes. Chested down, shot. It's not a handball! It's hit his chest! It's not a handball! Chested down, shot. It hits his chest. Hits like here. His arm was up, but it hits pretty much on the Kappa logo. John Egan is rightfully fuming. If this costs us the game, what a poor piece of officiating. The referee had a direct line of eyesight to it, and it's hitting right on the Kappa logo. Please, for heaven's sake, do not go in. There is no way that that was a penalty. He didn't get a lick of his arm. Shot in bottom left-hand corner. 1-0 Swansea. Sorry, 1-0 referee. There just wasn't a penalty. Poor officiating could send Hull City down. Shock to the system. Shock to the bloody system. It wasn't a penalty. Not in the slightest. I mean, the crowd goes mild for Swansea. I'm baffled by that. As I say, hit right here on him. Slow motion showed. Touched the Kappa logo, not his arm. Egan rightfully fuming. At least it wasn't in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Hull City, though, have got some work to do here now. The 1-0 down. And as we say, a point is a must. A loss, is not going to happen here. Into the box there by Slater. Slater now fighting for it. Oh, sorry, it was Gelhardt. Ruben Sayer's got a scowl on his face, and rightfully done so. Gelhardt does well there to get the ball down the line. And a corner for City. Lincoln to shape it in. Absolutely fuming by that call from the referee. What a horrible call. Swung in, head, in towards the 6-yard box. There's no play there for City. The ball was just asking to be kicked into the back of the Swansea net there at the edge of the 6-yard box. But there wasn't a player there. There was 2 at the front post, about 3 at the back post. But not a player in sight. And I mean, the Swansea City fans done well there to head the ball back into play. He comes diving out of his seat and heads it back into play. Does he want to come and play for City? Because do with a header like that to get the ball into the back of the net. Of course, we have seen Hughes' heading effort away at Sheffield Wednesday not that long ago. Ball with Panda now. 53 minutes gone. And a tall task at the moment for City. Swansea 1, Hull City 0. Through no fault of their own, just poor officiating. At the end of the game, if I remember, I'll try and get a still shot up of where the ball hit on him. But I'm sure Hull City Twitter and Hull City forums all over the world be going mad at that one. So much riding on these last 4 games, and one of them might be just counted out due to shocking officiating. Portsmouth 4, Norwich 1. They're having a lovely time down in Norwich, aren't they, Portsmouth? Can something like that happen to us? Puerta. Bristol 1, Sunderland 1. Egan to Panda. Can I also note, Egan didn't get awarded with a yellow card, red card, anything from that. Handball. Nothing. It's not over till it's over. Certainly not Mexico rolls. Slater to Palmer. It's a free kick for City. Slater try and get things going quickly. The referee's trying to slow him down. We don't want any of that. Puerta. Few good attacking options on the bench though for City. Of course, let's not forget. Likes of Kamara, Amrabat. Two of whom contributed, worked together to get the goal for City to get the 1 point last time out against Coventry City at the MKM Stadium. Panda to Slater. Slater across to Egan. Egan back to Panda. Over the top to try and find Pedro. Misses Pedro's head. Bounces over the Swansea player. And back towards their goalkeeper. Palmer chasing this one down quickly. Slides to try and get a cheeky one there. Don't mind it. And weak contact once again sends the Swansea player down from Gelhardt. And it's a free kick for them inside of their own half. And they'll get going quickly to try and work some sort of a counter-attack. I wouldn't say it's fully a counter-attack considering City didn't have that many players committed forwards. But they do have possession in some sort of vigour inside of City's area. Shot low fired straight into the hands of Panda from the edge of the area by O'Brien. Just shows how quickly Swansea can get something moving when they're not playing the long ball, when they're playing something passes on the ground. Well, well, well. Ball with Panda to Egan. Up the line towards Pedro. Pedro to Geltart. Geltart tries back towards Pedro. Doesn't quite manage it. But still get ball in City's possession. After a bit of a dogfight, it's still back in City's possession with Geltart. Geltart through the midfield. Looking for a ball to Lincoln. Lincoln through on goal. Taken down in the area. That has not got enough in it to be a penalty. As much as I want to scream and shout that it is, it didn't have enough. Lincoln went down far too easily and maybe not with enough contact as it should have done. Maybe looking for Lincoln to get a shot away earlier. Nice defending though there from Swansea, having two players on him to thwart any efforts there from Lincoln for what would have been, I believe, his first goal for City if that went into the back of the net. Unfortunately done though by Lincoln. Nice pass through the midfield through Puertas to find Lincoln on the run. Just comes in. I mean, maybe in a world of VAR, because Swansea didn't actually get the ball. Key kind of took his legs out. So, I mean, in a world of VAR, to have a second look at that, maybe could have been a penalty. But it feels like the ref has some sort of agenda against Hull City, but we won't say that because we can get fined for saying such things like that, can't we? Because we're all City fans. So, Slater looking forwards with this one. Out towards Coyle. City certainly looking better since conceding the... or since coming out in the second half. Out wide up with Geltart, just straight into the clasp of the goalkeeper for Swansea, though, with his cross effort. Puerta trying to get the ball in City's possession. Swansea do well to keep hold of it there with O'Brien. Out wide towards Timon. Eon. Eon into the area. Coyle ahead of him. Shoots high and wide. Not sure if it took a deflection off Coyle. Have a look on the slow down play here. I think it may have just took a deflection off the knee of Coyle. As it will be a corner kick. Swansea striker having just a few words to say to Panda. I'm unsure whether they're both the same nationality, actually. Just check. Slovenian to the Croatian. They might speak a similar language. I'm not well versed on my Eastern European languages. Panda punches away, though. Nicely done by him into the path of Lincoln. And I mean, it will be a free kick for City anyway, because I think there was a push on Panda in the effort. Triple change coming for City. Amrabat, Kamara, Crooks is on. Palmer is off. So is Lincoln. And then who is coming off for Crooks? Possibly Slater or Puerta. It is Puerta, yeah. So Puerta off for Crooks. Lincoln off for Kamara. So presumably Geltart's going out onto the left. Similar to how we saw it. Amrabat's going out onto the left. Geltart's coming through the middle. And Kamara out onto the right. Very similar to the changes that we saw out against Coventry. And of course that worked. City did get a goal through the link-up play between Amrabat and Kamara. Hopefully that happens again here. Kamara with his first touch of the game. Coming back to play the ball back towards Coyle. Scooping down the right-hand side, but no one there to get the ball. Amrabat showing his legs of his grand age, I think of 37 or something like that. Snowden Amrabat is. But still being a standout player in his featured appearances for City so far this second half of the season since picking up in the January transfer window. He knows his way to play a fantastic ball, does Amrabat. 30 minutes to go at the Swansea.com stadium. Say triple change just happened from City. Hoping for a key amount of impact. Although O'Brien currently has the ball for Swansea. Plays it to Allen. Crooks picks up the ball there though. Charging forwards. O'Brien does well to get in front of him. So forces Crooks to look back towards Kamara. Kamara dispossessed though there. And Swansea will charge forwards. Only a few plays there though forwards for Swansea. So they'll just take their time with this one. It's with the striker for Swansea. Number 9. He shoots. Tries to look to grab him second one of the game. This time Panda does get down to that side and picks it up. Egan to Panda to Hughes. How much time is left? Hopefully subs can get us going. 29 minutes now left. Mexico rolls. Not long in the grand scheme of things, but certainly time to do some damage. Kamara out on the right. Picks up the ball from the crossfield efforts from Northern Amrabat. Kamara to Coyle. Coyle shapes one in towards Amrabat at the back post. Meets the head of Key. Out for a throw-in. Watford receive a red card as they're currently losing 2-1 to Burnley. So, corner kick for City on this near-hand side. Stoke 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. It's not looking the wholly best for us, but I mean, more bothered about this game at the moment, considering we're currently 1-0 down through no fault of our own. Corner fired in, but corner once again for Amrabat, as it's just fired straight back out by Swansea. Amrabat swings it in. Deep. Meets the head. Ooh! Matt Crooks at the back post nearly just taps it in with his head to the back post, and the keeper for Swansea does well to pick it out pretty much off the line in the air to stop that from going in from Matt Crooks. Good effort that though from City. More of that please. Blackburn 4, Millwall 1. Crooks through the middle. Picks up the ball. Out tries, looks for Kamara. Swansea does well through Timon to pick up the possession. Timon charging forwards down the left-hand side for them. In towards O'Brien. Coyle picks up possession. Coyle now charging forwards. This is turning into a bit of a scrappy affair now in the midfield for both teams. Swansea, of course, 1-0 better off, but City fighting for their theoretical lives here at the Swansea.com stadium. Slater does well to come through the back of, I think that was Franco or Allen for Swansea. Picks up possession. Didn't manage to keep hold of it, but I saw what he was doing. Throw in for City. Meanwhile, Swansea will be doing a substitution here. Fulton coming on, and he'll replace Allen. Of course, Allen, the only yellow card E of Swansea City. So, Fulton coming on for Allen for Swansea. Hopefully this doesn't disrupt City's game that they've been going in the second half too much. Come on, City. 25 minutes remain. Drama throw in to Northern Amrabat down this left-hand side. Amrabat scoops it back towards Drama. Drama skips past one. Plays it to Slater. Slater to Amrabat. Amrabat looking to shape one in. Gets one into the area. Meets the head of the Swansea City man. And they will pick up possession here. Although Slater does well to get it back for City through a misguided pass from Swansea. Gelt at the edge of the D. Scoops it to Slater. Misses it. And Swansea pick up possession. Kamara, though, passes it back towards Coyle to gain the possession back in Hull City's favour. Kamara to Coyle. Coyle scooping one into the area once again. Trying to find Pedro. Drama scooping. Oh! It scoops over the defender's head, but meets a defender running back onto the line. And Swansea have themselves possession once again. Although City do well to pick up the possession and win themselves a free kick just on the halfway line here. Or just inside of the Swansea half. There's O'Brien. I think it took down Gustavo. It wouldn't have took down Gustavo Puertas because he's not on the field. Regan Slater or Matt Crooks possibly. I saw it. I definitely saw it too. I couldn't quite work out the face of who it was, but certainly midfielder that started with the number 2. Swung to Kamara at the back post. Kamara keep it in play. Oh dear, that's poor from Abu Kamara. Ball right at his feet and just doesn't manage to gain the gain the control of it, and it just goes out of play for a Swansea City goal kick. Kamara completely free at the back post or back of the area, uncontested. Unfortunate that. Swansea City taking the time a little bit with this goal kick, of course, as they will do. Sending it long. Now with the striker who has grabbed the only goal of the game for Swansea. Only goal of the game for any team, actually. It's now with Timon down the left-hand side for Swansea. Swansea charging forward, scoops it into the area, looking for the back post where Ronald is. Keeps it in, but Hughes does well to get it away. Pedro charging onto this one. Doesn't quite get there, so it's with Key. Key down towards Franco. Fulton in towards Franco to Key. Key shoots, deflects off Hughes' backside and goes out for a Swansea throw-in. Norwich 2, Portsmouth 4. Could Norwich make a bit of a comeback there? Possibly not in the best interest, as I said at half-time, where Portsmouth, if they do get the safety, and they're mathematically safe by the time we play them on final day, that could be a bit better for us. Key to take the throw-in for Swansea. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a longer one. Try and get it into the area of City. Throws it in. Meets the head of Drama. Amrabat coming charges out for it. Decides against going for the high foot because knowing that would result in a foul automatically. Key picks up possession here for Swansea. In towards Cabango. Towards O'Brien. Towards Darling. Timon. Still quite high up the field for Swansea. Kamara, Geltart and Pedro doing well to push Swansea back into their own half with Cabango here. Cabango plays one down the right-hand side towards Ronald. Ronald plays a 1-2 there with Key, picks it back up. Drama does well to slide through, but just has too much of Ronald and not enough of the ball, and that will be a free kick for Swansea. Not long left. I'm tired of this team, says Glimpse. 22 minutes remain at the Swansea.com stadium. Just looking for that aggression, that power that we saw in the opening few minutes of this second half. The opening 5 or 10 of the second half, even after the goal, looked quite good. Realistically, since Fulton's come on for Swansea, hasn't fully taken shape for City. As Swansea currently have themselves a free kick where it'll be Eon to most likely take. Although Timon's there as well. Timon stutters. It'll be Eon in. Meets the head of Pedro. Back down to Eon though. Scoops it in. Shoots. It's blocked by Swansea's own player. Shoots again. This time it's low and wide. Swansea the thorn in their own backs there. As Eon's shot gets blocked by Franco. Franco shoves his arms up in the air. It's a corner, sorry, actually. Eon's shot took a deflection off someone in the City pack there. It moved too quick for me to tell. So Eon coming out to take the corner kick for Swansea. Watford receive another red card. Jeez, what on earth is happening over in Watford? 2 red cards. Musa Sissoko and Edo Kayembe. Ball in by Eon. Meets the foot of Matt Crooks, leaping across to get that one out. It's with Ronald, who shoots it in towards Slater's head. Geltart goes up for a header. Eon comes out with the possession though. Eon forwards to Hughes. Key for Swansea. Over towards O'Brien. O'Brien. Back to O'Brien. Shoots. Oh, it gets a little dribble off Hughes. And another block. And I think that time it will be, yeah, it'll be a Hull City goal kick. Gets the last touch off the Swansea City player. So it does well there. Gets the little nibble off Hughes, but most of the touch comes off the number 9 striker for Swansea, as Swansea once again block their own efforts at goal. Don't give up on this match. It's not finished yet. It's certainly not finished. Have hope. Come on, City. Come on, City, indeed. Amrabat just taken down. Free kick there for City. Hull City technical staff looking to get things going quickly. Swansea player just down on the deck. Using that chance to time waste. Ronald. Told to get back up. I think it's going to be a throw-in, actually, for Drama. I thought the ref blew for the foul, but instead just was telling us that it's going to be a throw-in for City. Drama is taken down there, so that will be a free kick now, as Fulton just wipes out the legs of Drama. I mean, there was tackles less worse than that in the first half that got yellow cards, so I'm not going to say anything, though. I mean, the biggest blunder the referee's done this game is the handball on John Egan. That is the current separator in this game. Slater to Coyle. Coyle down the line towards Kamara. Sorry, that wasn't Coyle, it was Crooks. Crooks slides in once again. Possession still with City. Geltart. His shirt is getting pulled to Kingdom Come. And the referee blows it there. Yellow card for Fulton. So Fulton finally gets his yellow card. And still wants to have his hands all over Geldart. I mean, he must really want that shirt that Geldart's wearing. Because his hands are all over him. Even when the ball's not even in play. Fulton now just shoots one out of play. And it'll be a throw-in for City. Players coming over to try and get things going quickly. City players are seeing the urgency now as the clock winds down. 73 minutes have gone at the Swansea.com stadium. Geldart to Crooks. Crooks over towards Coyle. Coyle to Kamara up the right-hand side. Kamara has time and ahead of him. He'll look to go back towards Coyle. Coyle to Crooks. Crooks back to Kamara. Kamara moving infield a little bit more. Goes to Crooks, who's just ahead of him. Crooks back towards Slater. Plays it back to Crooks. Crooks to Egan. Egan, Slater, Hughes. Hull City just keeping the possession here as Swansea have a little bit of pressure on. Long ball to try and find Kamara out on the right. Didn't have enough of an outward motion on it, that ball. And fell into the path of Timon for Swansea. Coyle does well to pick up possession there for City once again. Tries and megs a player to try and find Geltart once again. Doesn't do so. Kamara to Geltart. Geltart will loose in the box. Shoots. Blocked by Eon. Kamara finds it again. Crosses it to try and find Geltart. Finds Swansea player. Crooks with the ball here. This is better than from City though. Possession still in City's favour with Slater to Coyle. Coyle shaping a ball in to try and find Pedro. Headed away by Swansea. Slater on the edge of the D. Chests it but can't get enough on it to get a shot away without the Swansea player on it. Swansea's manager shouting at his players to get away from it. As the ball broke into City's half, but City kept the possession going. Possession still in City's favour here. This is nicely done by Hull. Bristol City 2, Sunderland 1. Norwich 2, Portsmouth 5. Jeez, oh. Slater to Crooks. Inside of City's half here. John Egan to Slater to Crooks. Just inside of Swansea's half now. Ball out wide to find Amrabat. Had an awkward bounce and it just went over Amrabat's head. And so out for a Swansea throw-in. Cullen is now coming on to replace the goal scorer for Swansea. So finally he's off the pitch, so I don't have to bother about trying to pronounce his name. But it is a bit of a worry saying that Cullen is on. Certainly has been the player to watch in some aspects for Swansea this season. Recorded, I believe, 10 goals and 2 assists across 38 championship fixtures this season for Swansea. Their top goal scorer. And the man who I said yesterday to watch out for while he's coming on at a desperate time. 15 minutes to go for City. Key deflects off Amrabat. Can Geldart get on that? Swansea player down. Swansea come in well to defend it. Geldart just tries to get away from it. It's tackled down and that's a free kick in a very, very good place for Hull City. just outside the corner of the penalty box for Swansea. As Geldart comes in and his legs just tangled within the legs of Franco as Franco goes to the floor. So it'll be Amrabat and Geldart to stand over it. Presume that it'd be Amrabat to take as his hand goes up in the air. Hopefully this is something. Go on, Amrabat. Geldart stutters. Amrabat shoots. Heads off. I believe Eon or Franco it might have been. Someone on the wall. Amrabat shots fired straight at the wall. And he's down. Is it Eon or Franco? I can't quite tell. I think it's Eon. Yeah, it's Eon. Down. Amrabat's shot must have been that powerful that it knocked the daylights out of him. Just pulled up back onto his feet, or maybe in time waiting tactics there from Eon. So that's why play was stopped there due to the head injury. Of course, that has to happen. Come on, City. Only 18,000 in attendance for this Swansea City fixture. Come on, you all. 13 minutes to go at the Swansea.com stadium. It's with Drama on the left-hand side. Looks to try and curve one into the path of Amrabat. Doesn't quite work, so Swansea have themselves possession. Hughes doesn't get the touch on it, and it will be O'Brien breaking away with it. Hughes as well to get goal side of his man there, and then gets the deflection, which sends it back into the path of Drama. Drama with 3 players on him. Just takes a little touch and then goes down. So it'll be a free kick there for City. And things got to get going here. As I say, 12 minutes to go here at the Swansea.com stadium. Come on, City. Fight for your lives. Fight for your lives. As Crooks powers forwards into the path of Pedro, sorry. Pedro to Amrabat. Amrabat inside of the area. Just comes out to pass to Drama. Drama shaping a ball in. Meets the head of a Swansea player. Geldart tries and gets it back. Doesn't quite do so. Crooks as well. Geldart does get possession. Edge of the D. Shoots just wide of the right-hand post. It's a shot for City. And it's got a deflection on it through somewhere. Let's watch the retake of this. Where did they get the deflection? Was it off? I think it was off Fruiton or Darling. But it's a corner for City. Nothing has gone wasted here yet for City. Amrabat to take this corner for City. Hand up. Swinging in. Deep. Finds the head of Hughes. Shoots. Oh! Off the line by the Swansea keeper. That is fantastic goalkeeping to stop that header from Hughes. Sneaking in at the far hand post. As it's 2-1 in the Coventry West Brom game. Well done by Hughes. But even betterly done by the Swansea City keeper. Who denies Hughes getting the leveller for City that we desperately needed there. But it will be a... correction. Still 2-0 to Coventry. Corner swung in. Meets Drama on the edge outside. Back towards Amrabat. Amrabat tries and pushes his man off. And it'll be a corner once again for City for Amrabat to take. 11 minutes to go at the Swansea.com stadium. Slater comes short to play it to Kamara. Back to Amrabat. Amrabat swings it in. Finds the Swansea heads. No Hull City head in sight. Slater now picks it up. Bit of a misguided pass, but it works its way to Drama anyway. To Amrabat. Amrabat scoops one in. Take a deflection off Ronald. Ronald chasing this one down, but Drama will play it back all the way to Panda. Come on, City. Come on, City. Come on, City indeed, Red Dragon. Hughes. Down the line. Just waiting for the camera to pan out. There we are, Geldart on the line, in the area. Sorry about that. The camera was just panned in on Hughes whilst Hull City were getting some attacking play going. I don't know why that was happening. 10 minutes to go. Come on, City. Come on. Well, Louis Kyle is off for Mason Burstow. Ruben Sayers is throwing pretty much everything at this one. Burstow on for Coyle. Presume that we're going to some sort of a 3-back. With Burstow getting some minutes here. Not been a key part of this City squad, certainly not since the departure of Tim Volter early on in the season. But he could be a big player in this game if he grabs himself some sort of contribution here. Thrown in through Regan Slater. Chested down by Cullen. Hughes just comes through, gets the ball there. Slater to Burstow. Burstow doesn't quite get to it. And so can't even get his first touch of the game yet. To Drama. Drama. Took a deflection. There's Burstow's first touch. As he somehow plays it towards Pedro. Burstow once again has to play it backwards as the Swansea players get into place quite quickly. Slater to Kamara. Kamara out on the right. Plays it to Slater. Slater probably playing a pseudo right back role. Obviously with Kyle just coming off for Burstow. More attacking power needed for the Tigers. It's Hughes to Drama. 4 or 5 plays in the box for City. Swung in towards Kamara. Oh, it just headed over the crossbar. Another chance goes missing there for City. Oh, good management. Attack, attack, attack. Come on, you Swans. No, you don't. No, do not come on, Swans. You guys are awful. 19 shots, you've had 3. We know. We know how terrible we are. Do you think we'd be the best team in the world if we're in a relegation fight? No, we're well aware of how terrible this team is. And how we're fighting for our lives to stay in the Championship. A loss here would not do us any favours. As Franco breaks forwards for Swansea. Picked up by Slater. Slater towards Crooks. Crooks to Egan. Egan just loses his possession there. O'Brien now charging forwards. Edge of the D. Scoops it into the pass of Eon. Oh, and that's blocked there from Panda. I'm not sure if Panda actually got a touch on it or whether that has just gone out for a goal kick. And Iam's gone down time wasting with cramp. So there we go. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, we are. We're well aware of how terrible we are. Up the Tigers indeed. We're getting relegated. Do not say them words. Do not say them words, Red Dragon. Coming goal. Hopefully a goal is coming for the Tigers. Well, it's going to be a couple of changes here. Eom is coming off. So is Franco. Bianchi and Cooper are coming on for them. Come on, City. 7 minutes to go at the Swansea.com stadium. Free kick to be taken from Panda here. It's going to be a long one. Taken. Headed by Burstow. Tried to find Kamara, I believe that was. Swansea get the possession back. Preston 1, QPR 1. A little bit better news for us. Although, who cares when City are currently losing? As I said at the start of the game, as I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, a point is a must. A win is beautiful, and we won't mention the other thing, but the other thing might be happening unless something drastically changes in these final 6 minutes for City. Panda just walking the ball outside of his D. And that's just hooked wide out of play, throwing there for Swansea. Horribly done. Come on, City. 1 versus 0. We know it's 1 versus 0. Oh, it's going to make for an interesting last few games for sure. We're in the last few games of Let's Go Rolls. 3 after this. 2 at home. And obviously that final away trip to Portsmouth on the final game of the season. God. City don't make it easy on themselves, do they? 5 minutes remain. With Key to throw it in. And now it's Amrabat to throw it in. Nope, it's going to be Drama. Swansea player just pushes Drama so he can't get to the ball quickly. Come on, City. Come on. Headed down by Burstow and Pedro. Finds the feet of Swansea. Out of play. Drama looking for a quick return ball from the Swansea fans. He's going to have to climb the barrier because they can't throw it over the advertising board. Drama now throwing it in. Down the line. Tries and finds the head of Pedro. Doesn't. Finds the head of Swansea. It's been quite a tale of the heading game in this game. Swansea free kick. Fouled down by Crooks. That's not going to look good. Much time's left, like 5 minutes. Try about 4 minutes. 4 minutes remaining at the Swansea.com stadium as Matt Crooks picks up a yellow card for that foul there. The Swansea will take this time to time waste. So Brandon Fleming has just been subbed on in his loan outing. Obviously, Hull City Academy local lad, left back, out on loan, I believe, at Forest Green or Yeovil, one of the two. Right, Simon and Bianchi standing over this one for Swansea. Time has ran down massively whilst they've been setting to take that free kick. Free kick there for City as Hughes goes down. Come on, City, quickly, let's take this. Let's take this. Swansea 1, Hull City 0. 3 minutes remain of regular time. Probably going to be a little bit of extra time, of course. Head injury to Eom and the few changes and obviously the goal and penalty that has happened. So maybe 2, possibly 3 minutes, if we're lucky, of this game yet to be played. On top of what is left in regular time. Gelhardt taken down. So that will be a free kick in an attacking place there for City. So it will be Slater and Gelhardt standing over it. City just need to work it quickly. Slater with the captain's armband on. And Gelhardt. It'll be Slater to take it. Whips it into the box. Into path of Crooks. Crooks' header doesn't go goal bound. And it goes out for a Swansea goal kick. Oh dear indeed. Come on. Come on, City. 2 minutes of regular time to be played. As goal kick is going to be taken at some point within the next century by the Swansea keeper. Happily using his time to time waste. It's finally taken. Right into the path of Crooks. Crooks to Burstow. To Drama. Out of play for a Swansea throw-in. You maybe would have looked at a Kyle Joseph to have come on in this game. Looks like we could have done his bit of pace trying to break down the Swansea defence. But that's all hindsight at this point. We've got to play in the current moment. Crooks' header. Finds Kamara. Down into the path of Gelhardt. Booted away by Swansea. City still with it here though. Drama. Long ball looking for Amrabat. Amrabat charging this one down. Keep going, Amrabat. It's still in play. Amrabat into the area. There's no one there for City. Chance goes missing once again. It's with Slater. Slater to Egan. Egan flicks it on towards Gelhardt. Gelhardt keeps it in play. Go on. Go on, son. Gelhardt shoots. Oh, no. Shot and it just went out of play. Just millimetres away from being the right side of the post. Gelhardt down the line shoots. And I believe it took a deflection off the post. And out of play for a Swansea goal kick. Oh dear. Oh dear. How much time is there going to be added on here? As regular time comes up here. Goal kick from the Swansea keeper. 4 minutes additional. Come on, City. 4 more to be played. Gelhardt. Think about the last minute winner. Foul there by Crooks. Oh dear. Crooks is going here. Second yellow. Red. Crooks is off. City down to 10 men for the final 3.5 minutes. And that means Crooks will miss the Easter Monday fixture against Preston North End. As Matt Crooks vacates the field due to 2 yellow cards. That's something that I'll be talking about in my reaction video after this one. The referee's oblivious bias through the showings of his cards. Swansea have had 1 yellow card in this game, let's not forget. Oh, sorry, 2, because Fulton got one, didn't he? Come on, City. I mean, player down for Swansea. Franco is going to take his time, isn't he? He's going to try and wind down the clock. Oh, come on. Don't feel like there's going to be long enough left here for City. So it's a Swansea City free kick here. Come on. It's not a penalty now. I hate this team so much. Do you think they score? I don't know. I hope so. It's not a penalty, it's a free kick for Swansea here. Franco just been told to vacate the field after receiving some treatment. Come on, City. Really not long left. 2 minutes. Obviously, probably another minute will be taken on. Come on. Norwich 3, Portsmouth 5. Headed. Still with City. No, Swansea pick it up here now. Over the top. Kamara will pick this one up. Plays it to Hughes. Hughes boots it forwards. Trying to find Gelhardt. Headed back by Swansea. City will chase this one down. Away by the Swansea keeper. Out of play. Quickly get things going here, please, City. Egan to throw in. Kamara, sorry, to throw it in. Yeah, their goal was a penalty that wasn't a penalty. Handball to the referee, but it bounced off his chest. So I'll show you the still of it at the end of the game. Hopefully that end comes after City have scored. Hughes boots it forward to try and find Gelhardt. Just misses the head of Gelhardt. Middlesbrough 2, Plymouth 1. That's good. That is good for us. Middlesbrough currently leading against Plymouth. Plymouth currently rock bottom of the championship table. Throw in for Swansea. Hughes just stumbles to the floor, grabbing his knee. He's going to try and continue on. He's limping quite badly. He's got quite a big grimace on his face. Grabbing his knee. I think he's just trying to continue for City's favour here. Just going to take a moment here. Testing out his knee. Hopefully that's nothing too bad. We certainly need a Hughes for these final few games. Swansea just wasting out the clock here for this throw-in. Taking it. Swansea, last chance probably. Shoots wide. Let's get it going, Panda. Let's get it going. Last chance here for City. Panda to take the goal kick. We're using borrowed time now due to the time wasting from Swansea in this additional. Long. Misses every City player's head. Drama. Over his head. Misses every City player's head. Amrabat. Burstow. Amrabat again. Amrabat. Over the top. Tries to find Pedro, but it doesn't go. And it goes all the way back to their keeper. And I thought he was going to blow the whistle, the referee, but he's not. Game's still going here. Their keeper's back up on his feet. He's going to kick it out of his hands. Take as much time as he so wishes to try and time waste. Head of Slater. Kamara doesn't do the best job at sending it forwards. It only finds head of Swansea. Hughes. Slater now fighting against Cullen. Breakaway here for Swansea. Could be 2-0. Broken down into the box. Still alive here for City. Kamara to Panda. Panda scooping one away. Geldhart. Cullen. Burstow. Go on, Geldhart. Go on, son. Down the right-hand side. He keeps on his feet. Advantage played by the by the referee. Be funny if the keeper did. Geldhart shoots. Oh, and the keeper picks it up at the near-hand post. That's probably, yep, that's it for City. That's it. A defeat on the road. And we didn't want that. We didn't want that. Swansea 1. Hull City 0. And the fight to stay in the Championship, well, it takes another horrible turn for City. Absolutely horrendous. Tough to break down Swansea, but should be 0-0. Should be 0-0. And now let me get it up for you. There's still that I said I'd get up for you. Just pause this at the right spot. Because I don't know if I can play it on the stream. Right, there we are. We'll full screen this. Let me send over to my other... There we are. I'll put my face on it. There we are. Let's move my face so you can actually see. But look there. Look there. That has hit here. That's not a penalty. There needs to be an apology issued or something for this. Because that is not a penalty. The referee said it's a penalty. But that right there might be the reason the Hull City could go down when all is said and done. That is not a penalty. I mean, I can't play the full clip in total on the stream. But that isn't a penalty. That's not even hit his shoulder. Let alone his arm. Never a pen. Never a pen. To be fair, Swansea always get robbed. I mean, we're the chief of getting robbed. The entirety of Hull City's existence is getting robbed. Need I remind you, FA Cup Final 2014. We never get anything from the refs anyway. But that right there, that is awful. That's his face. I mean, it's here and maybe on his face as well. On the Kappa logo and bouncing up onto his face. Now, I don't know about you, but that Kappa logo, that's not on my arm. That's on my chest. Great referee, well done. Oh, shut up. Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Right. Well, let's have a quick look at what that's done at the table. But I don't think it's going to have done good things. Let's not forget Matt Cook's got a red card as well. So, without him for the next game. Table, please. We're still in 20th. 2 points off the drop. Oh dear. 3 points away from 19th. As the lay of the land means that it's pretty much a bottom 5 battle now. Oxford with their win today. Oh, with their win, and obviously they play later on today. Yeah. Things are not looking good. I still stand by this saying. Portsmouth won, Stoke won, both won. It's more focusing on the teams beneath us now. not the teams ahead of us. But as I said, and I've been saying, it's not going to be a relegation party or a relegation that we have at the end of the season. Oh dear. Swansea did look decent. Swansea did look good. Rough one for sure. Kind of glad didn't watch it. Yeah, don't blame you at all. Mexico rolls. Tough one indeed. I don't think we're going down. But I don't think it's going to be easy to stay up. Well, we go again on Monday. Without Matt Crooks. At the MKM Stadium. Where I said a draw's enough. It's probably going to get to the point now where we're going to have to win one of the final lot. Or certainly do something good against Derby in our game against them a week on Saturday. But yeah. Oh dear. I'll leave you here. We don't have to beat Derby. We certainly do. If Derby beats us, well, God knows. But I'm going to do my reaction video. Get up on the channel, so I'll have a video up in about an hour's time. Reaction to this game, all my thoughts. A bit more of a composed reaction, I think it will be. But, yeah. Not the best. So, I'll see you, yeah, thankfully Middlesbrough won. But I will see you in the next, in the video. So stay tuned on the channel by liking and subscribing. Catch you in the next one.